Dudes behind the foods. Yo, it's the dudes behind the foods. Dudes behind the foods. Yeah, it's the dude behind the foods.
That's actually really fucking good.
Guess what? Y'all are so jealous right now because I'm looking at a picture of David So's adorable son. Oh my God.
You know what's so funny? I received from a bunch of my really close friends this same meme, and it's this person like looking at their kid saying like, "Thank God my child is cute for all the ugly babies I've roasted before I had this kid." They're like, "Dude, this is you." Like,
Oh, so cute. He looks like a little Xiaoling Bao.
yeah, he's just like this little cute. It's so funny because
It's a little dumpling for those of y'all don't know.
you know, one of those things is like, I'm unsure if my kid is really cute because, you know, if it's your kid, you just always think the kid is cute. So I was like, I feel like I'm really biased. And it's just like showing my friends, like, is my baby cute? They're like, yeah, your baby's cute, dude.
Dude, so cute.
Okay, all right.
So cute. Wow.
The
Dads behind the foods. Hey, what's up, y'all? Oh my God, we're back in the Robyn Couch studio, y'all. We're gonna switch it up. We're gonna
name here, the Robyn Couch.
This is the Robyn Couch, the Robyn casting couch.
Yes. Oh, casting couches are always hilarious, dude. But when those things were like the hottest type of porn to watch,
Yeah.
that intro was always so awkward to watch.
You talking about black couch, black leather couch? That one?
Yeah. It's like, hey, I just like to party. It's like, oh God.
I love cringe porn acting. I think it's the best. Like most people fast forward through that shit.
This fool.
I think it's so funny.
This fool sent me some absurd shit the other day. I clicked this thing. And I just write back, what the fuck did you have to Google to find this video? It's not even really porn.
No.
It's just hilarious.
First of all, okay, I'm surprised that I hadn't sent that to you yet. And I forgot. Oh, okay, right. Okay, so
Yo, it's like one of those things where you watch where it goes from shock to just pure laughter.
Yes.
I couldn't stop laughing.
all right, so for context, David sent me a funny wrestling clip where this guy, like, I forget who it is, but he picks up a girl and basically like just buries his face in this woman's like cooch butt area, okay? But they're clothed. It's like, you know, it's WWE shit, but probably a little more independent because it was kind of crazy, right? So it reminded me of this thing that is literally favorited in my phone, in my favorites, because it makes me laugh, all right? So it's a porn, quote unquote. And I haven't fully watched it in so long. I don't remember how it starts off. It's like, are they smashing in the ring? Or is it like what happens?
Whenever you show me a clip, there was no sex.
Yeah, okay.
That's why I was like so confused.
All right.
Like, is this a porn or is this not?
So that if memory serves me correctly, the actual video, they're smashing in the ring and like either like there's like a big black dude who's like smashing this chick and the Asian dude is smashing a chick and they're trying to see, I forget the whole scenario, okay? But the black dude wins and then randomly at the end, someone comes in and like body slams the black dude. Is that what happens?
No, basically, the reason why it's so funny, because there's a couple of layers to this to me. Like, if you guys have watched like vintage Japanese porn, some of these male porn stars, they have literally zero muscle mass. So I was confused at first because I thought it was two women in there.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh wait, no, there's a dick there. But then the Japanese guy gets slammed by this random black dude with the biggest dick I've ever seen. And I'm like, is he gonna fuck the guy? It's just like this odd scene.
They're naked, yeah.
They're just naked. And there's like the girl is like an afterthought in this fucking scene too. So
Yeah.
I didn't know what the fuck was going on, but I was dying laughing.
And then did somebody come in at the end and body slam the black dude?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So then it's like oh shit, the glass breaks. Stone Cold Steve Austin comes out. Asian dude body slams the black dude, and it's so funny and random, right? So I saved it. I recorded it off the screen years ago, probably, and I sent it to this fool recently. It's just, and I wasn't to clarify, I wasn't jerking off to this. Sometimes after like
clarify.
after a nut, I'll be like, Or like, let's say I was watching some Japanese porn. Sometimes I'll be like, what kind of weird, funny Japanese shit is on like whatever website? So I'll look up funny Japanese, weird Japanese to see what pops up because, you know, they're crazy, right? With like different game shows or the different whatever they do. And that was something I stumbled across.
Dude, years ago, there was I'm not, like I've talked about this. I'm not a fan of like Japanese porn, right? A lot of the maybe it's changed over the years. I don't know. I haven't really delved right back into it. But there was this one part that scarred me for life.
Yeah.
And Japanese people do this really funny concept where it's like game shows.
Yeah.
It's like game show porn, which I always thought was just like,
oh, I know exactly what you're about to say.
and there's like a pussy in the whole thing. And then it was like, find out which one's not your mom. And that, I didn't, because there was no like subtitles when I was originally watching it. I
know.
And then when the subtitles popped up, I almost yacked. I was like, God damn it, man.
So, of course it's fake. Of course they're not really related. But I know exactly what you're talking about because at first you click on this shit and I like scenario porn like that where it's like, okay,
Spicy.
so this dude, so it's basically a dude is, let's say there's like a wall with a bunch of holes and the different women put their like vaginas in the hole and sometimes the guy will go and like lick each vagina or like he'll smash each vagina and it's like you're watching without seeing context, you're like, this is hot, right? Because this is like so crazy. And then the subtitles started dropping and it's like, oh wait, oh, I hope this isn't my mom.
Yeah.
And it's like sorry, number 3 was your mom. Number 2 wasn't your mom. It's like, what? And then the fucked up shit is like, if they pick the wrong person, the punishment is you have to fuck your mom. It's like,
dude, that shit fucked me up, dude. I was like, why is this a thing, dude? But the funny thing too is like, clearly it's not his mom because they look the same age.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, you guys are clearly the same age. This is just the most ridiculous scenario ever.
Yeah, I like a lot of shit. I can't get down with the incest porn, even when it's like a fake scenario.
Yeah.
Like, literally, dog, it'll be like, you know, the girl will go into the room and she'll be like, you know, hey, big bro, like, what are you doing? And they start doing stuff. And I'm like, and it can be a black girl and a white guy.
Yeah.
And as soon as she says like, hey, brother, I'm like, oh, X out. I just can't do it.
There's this really funny ass one where it was literally that, but the black dude was like an African adoptee, and that shit made me laugh so hard because the guy was trying to do an African accent, and it was so bad. I fucking died laughing. Do you want to know what a penis tastes like? It's like, God, come on, man. And it's like, how do you not laugh in that fucking scenario? She goes, I really want to know what like an African tribal dick is. It's like, why'd you say tribal? Like, why'd you use that specific descriptor?
And those are the ones I love where they know they're being funny. Like, that shit makes me laugh, you know?
Do you like this penis?
There was I have a homegirl. Well, I knew her when she started doing porn, and then we're cool. But I saw one of her videos one time, and I was like, "Hey, your acting is really her acting is so good." I texted her. I was like, "Hey, your acting is great in this video." She's like, "Oh my god, thank you."
I'm using Meisner. I wonder if. And you've interviewed porn people before, right?
Yeah.
But I watched this doc years ago about, what's her name? She's the one that she was like a really famous porn star in the 80s. Janet Jameson. And they were talking about how in the 80s, porn stars legitimately made good money. Like if you were, it was like you were the supermodel of the porn industry. And then now it's like they don't get paid as much. Like the idea of a porn star is very different.
They were like celebrities for as much as they could be celebrities back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think back then, if you were a known porn star, you were like damn near a household name. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it was kind of a few of them that would really reach that status, right? Especially the earlier on. Like, fucking like, think of like, what's his name?
Peter North.
Peter North. Or who's super known, or the one that doesn't look hot. He has long hair, the mustache.
Oh, fuck, Jeremy? No.
Yes. Robyn, what's his name?
Robyn knows. Robyn masturbates to him. He looks like an evil Super Mario that's retired and lost all of his coins.
Still stuck on the mother thing.
Yes.
And also, how do you put your vagina through a hole? But that's like.
Oh, the butt is inside this cutout.
Yeah, and
the
the
whole
penis
butt.
goes through the hole.
I was picturing like a glory hole situation.
Oh, no.
no, it's big holes.
Yeah, big holes.
Ron Jeremy.
Yeah,
so this man is like a known porn star, right? So it's like, but now you watch, we don't know any of these porn guys' names.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know any recent porn star girl name either. Maybe if you said it, I would remember it. But off the top, like if you asked me, like Jenna Jameson, or the other one that was like my favorite. She was like Asian.
Yeah,
I don't remember her name right now, but she was the best, right? But like nowadays, I think because porn is so accessible, there's a couple of things that happen. I feel like we talked about it too. It's just like it has to get crazier now because you're just like seeing some regular shit. You're like, whatever, you move on. Or it's the reverse where it's like the everyday girl.
Right.
Right? Like it's so accessible. Like you guys are so lucky. Back in the day, we had to rip out fucking papers out of the magazine.
The struggle, brother.
The struggle.
The struggle.
The 56K fucking
let me say, first of all, toast to you. Toast to you being a father in the Robyn Couch studio.
Yes.
Because we haven't been here since before.
That's
since
right.
2024.
Yeah, I last saw you. You were a pre-dad.
I know. Now I'm a fucking dad now, dude.
Look at that. And we're sipping on my brandy, Jester's Court. I don't think it's available for pre-sale yet, but it will be very, very, very soon.
It's very delicious.
Jester's Court Brandy on Instagram for updates and up-to-date things. I would say, what were we saying? Porn stars. We all know Kazumi, of course.
Yes. There you go. There's another one.
And I think nowadays, right, what's dope about the porn stars for them is that because of the changing of times and the change of the conversations around sex work, right, is that a porn star can be, hey, I also make other content, and it's not like they're not shamed necessarily for being porn stars. You feel me? Like let's take, I don't know if you're familiar, her name's Violet Myers. No. She was on No Chaser, and I had seen her stuff, and I forgot how it came about that she came on No Chaser, but she was super chill. Me and Rick always talk about how she just seems like a Mexican girl we went to high school with. You know what I'm saying? Her vibe is super chill. She loves anime. She loves shit like that. And we barely even talked about porn on the actual No Chaser, right? She does YouTube videos where she's talking about anime. She does food shit. And she's kind of like outside of the porn shit, become like an influencer, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because of her personality. And but I didn't realize even how poppin' she was because I had her on the podcast. And one of my boys from high school texted me. He's like, "You just gonna casually have my favorite porn star on your podcast like that?"
That's fucking funny.
So it's like there are some of them who are still kind of like.
Is she still doing porn now?
Still doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, still doing it. So they're still like now because of there's not so much of a stigma. I mean, there for sure is, but now they're kind of allowed to actually be people. You feel me?
Yeah, I think like the thing too about that is like because the internet gives access to people where they kind of humanize the porn star that are not so far out of reach. It's like the same idea between us and YouTube, right? Mm-hmm. Like celebrities, like are we really a celebrity? Yeah, I mean, like we're just kind of like your everyday homie that you see online.
Right.
And so they probably humanize like that porn star aspect. And then on top of that too, it's almost like you get to see this fantasy world, right? Mm-hmm. It's like they're not coming, hey, where's that fucking cock? It's like, dude, like I could probably be with a girl like that.
Right, because she's so chill.
Because she's so fucking
likes anime.
chill.
I like anime.
Exactly. So it actually makes them even more attractive because it doesn't make it seem like they're so far out of reach.
Totally.
It's like I could fucking find a girl like that.
Like these fans feel like they can just fucking come up to us and talk to us like it's nothing on the street. Like the fuck? How dare you?
You fucking sick freaks. No, just kidding. No, this guy's like the nicest ever. I'm nice too. It's just sometimes I get like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I got robbed too much when I was a kid, or like people just walk up to you. It still freaks me out a little bit.
I was also gonna say, cock is such a white girl word. Like, yeah, give me your cock. Like,
you know, so fucking funny. I was typing this thing out where there was this meme where I just posted it up, and this is a guy with this girl, and he took this girl out, and in the post, it looks like they're a couple, but the post is the most friend zone post ever. They're like, this is my friend Daniel.
Oh, of course.
Took me out to this horse ride, sunset dinner, expensive, all of a sudden. This is the best guy. The next girl that gets this man is like, oh, that shit fucking killed me. But then when I was writing on the post, I wrote, At this point, it might be less painful to just chop your dick off. But at first, I wrote cock, and I was like, that's too white.
Yeah,
but for some reason, cock feels weird.
It feels yucky.
Yeah, it feels
Cock.
weird. What is that?
Ugh.
Cunt, fantastic.
Cunt is well, not in a sexual way, but
Yeah,
just
yeah.
as a word.
You
just
stupid cunt.
It's better with the accent. When you go to Australia and you're such a fucking sick cunt, mate. You're such a sick cunt, mate. Hey, real quick, while I have your attention watching this episode, I want to awkwardly interrupt this clip to say, Sin Foods merch has dropped. Son, if you didn't know, Sin Foods, the mixtape T, Sin Foods, gang, gang, David So, me, burgers, noodles. Go to dudes with a Z, dudesmerch.com, get you a shirt, and they are thick, bro. I told Ricky Shucks, I was like, yo, give me the thick, good material because I want this shit to feel nice and last, okay? I realize, yes, the conversion rate internationally to Canada is kind of crazy. I know shipping costs are silly. Trust me, there's nothing we can do about that, all right? So get you a shirt. They're thick. They're dope. I love it. Mine smells good. Get you one. You know what, David, so? I am gonna take that little piece of a song that you sent me and I'm gonna turn it into a banger.
Yeah, Ron!
One of these days.
I can't wait, dude, because that's like something that I wrote that I really, really enjoyed. Like it was like probably one of the things I've written in a very long time that I thought was really, really good. I just want to leave it there, but it's not a full song.
I know.
So somebody else has to complete it or add something to it.
That's why I was like, all right, man, if you're not gonna use it, I'm gonna use it. Here's the thing, right after you sing your part, I come in like this, I'm like, fuck that guy, he don't know what he's talking about.
So I feel like we're doing the comments, but even that's on me, dude. Bitch, this guy's such a pussy. What a stupid bitch. He's ugly.
Right? The dude singing the hook is such a stupid ass bitch.
You're just gonna release it on Spotify. I never even heard it. Hey, dude, listen to the song. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's just me talking shit.
I know. I never liked you anyways.
All right, we're gonna listen to his song. We'll be right back. Man, I wanted to, I wrote down something to bring up to you. So funny. Oh, okay. So recently I posted a bunch of little videos, like a compilation of Q eating different shit, right? Eating pizza, eating chicken, eating watermelon, eating like seaweed, eating all types of shit, right? Because the boy loves to eat. We've talked about this. And chicken. So, and I had a feeling, I was like, my parents gonna have something to say about this. I know it. I fucking know it. And so sure enough, my dad sends me a text. Now, mind you, I just posted it because I thought it was funny and cute, right? My dad sends, oh God, where is it? He goes to the family group chat. Be careful, don't overfeed the boy. We are a little concerned. I'm like, Dad, it's okay.
He's a baby, bro.
These are 9 videos from his 2 years of life.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're not feeding him fried chicken every day. I promise you, dog. It's okay.
You ever like write back to your dad? You sent a picture of himself to him. Hey man, I don't want to say anything, but make sure.
I'm a little concerned.
I'm a little concerned. Your dad just fucking gives you one of these. Fuck you, dude.
Oh man.
It's so funny though, like, you can tell this fool's like, every time I see Q, he gets bigger and bigger. And the thing about baby clothes is too, you kind of want to stretch it out as far as possible. And you guys are at the cusp where you got to buy new clothes now. Because that shit is getting tight.
Yeah,
and
dog.
I understand because this fool had his growth spurt recently.
Yeah.
And you know when the onesie gets a little tight where it starts to stretch at the legs?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not getting you new clothes, dude. Like, no, not yet.
Well, dude, Veda had this some onesies that she loved, but she was getting too big for them. So we ended up just cutting the feet off so she could keep wearing them because she loved it so much. You know?
Why not, dude?
Bruh, Q has this like hand-me-down onesie that he likes to wear. Like it was Veda's, of course, like a little cheetah print thing. But they're so fucking tight on his arms because he's getting so big. I'm like, Q, you looking swole, my boy. You looking fucking swole, buddy.
Fucking cheetah print. He looks like a divorced wife in Beverly Hills.
Little Peggy Bundy out here.
Like a Peggy Bundy, dude. She put the fucking red wig on him and everything.
Well, look, dog, sometimes there was one day Q just really, because we were always playing Frozen, you know what I'm saying, because of Veda. Until recently, she's been on a Spider-Man kick, but we always had Frozen on. So Q loves Frozen now too. He sings Let It Go and shit. But one day he really wanted to put on one of Veda's little dresses. So I was like, fine, whatever. Put the dress on. I was like, all right. Don't get too comfortable, my boy. Unless when you get older, if you really want to do that, we'll talk about it.
And
right?
you get comfortable when you're 18, dude. Not in this house. 18 is your life.
But yeah, Q. He's a growing boy, loves to eat. He's fucking filling out his onesies. And he, and I just bought him because of course he's wearing all of Veda's old shit, But I just recently bought him a little pair of Nikes, and I bought myself the same Nikes so we can match.
That's so fucking cute, dude. You know, I'll tell you this though. I am a relative firm believer in that having your kids try girl stuff or whatever doesn't really affect their sexual outcome. I grew up in a beauty supply store.
Right.
I was braiding wigs. I tried on wigs. I used to paint my nails because I was so bored because just painting, right? I still like pussy, So I think you'll be fine.
And
dude.
that's the thing. I agree. Look, I feel like if you're gay, you're gonna be gay.
You're gonna be gay,
regardless.
dude.
Yeah, him fucking putting on a dress isn't gonna make him gay. You know what I'm saying? So it's I'm not really tripping off that.
Yeah,
shit.
I used to I remember my mom got pissed because I fucked up one of her heels because I was trying her heels on. I was like, clack, 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 clack. Because I just thought it was on stilts. It was fun. And then I fell and I smacked my head. Yeah. And my mom was so mad. Fucked up her heels and I hurt myself.
And you spilled blood on the clean floor? Ugh.
Oh, well, that's what you care about. I was bleeding.
Have you dealt with annoying Asian parents, your annoying Asian parents yet? Has it been an issue at all?
Oh, they try. And then I just don't respond. And then my dad knows. Because I'm just my mom's like, your dad texted you something. I was like, yeah, he texted something that pissed me off. So I said, as long as you guys, she goes, well, we can't say anything. And I'm like, 100% you can't say anything. I was like, if you say anything, I'm going to get mad. So if you don't want me to get mad, then don't say anything.
Yeah.
For example, there's a photo of the baby. She's, he's getting breastfed or whatever.
Yeah.
It's having a little mommy time. And then we have his clothes off. It's winter. You know why we have his clothes off? Because he falls asleep every time he's warm. So,
and you're in the house.
And you're in the house. And so we have to have him out of his onesie or he'll just start eating and he'll literally knock out in fucking 3 minutes.
Yeah.
He has to finish eating. And so that was something that was suggested by the doctor and everything else. It's just make him a little uncomfortable if he has if he's just always sleeping.
So he doesn't knock out. Right.
Exactly. Right. My dad's he's going to catch a cold. He's going to catch a cold. And I was and I literally called him. I was like, hey, when's the last time that you fed a fucking baby?
Dog.
When?
You live in, yes, I know, yeah.
When is the last time you took care of a child?
Bruh.
It's what the fuck are you talking about?
I probably butted heads with my parents the most I've ever butted heads with them. A year or so, when Q was kind of newborn, and I forgot the exact conversation, but my parents were on some and I'm like, look, it's the easiest thing if y'all just go by how we want to do things. You know what I'm saying? We have a very specific thing we're doing in terms of feeding, in terms of naps. Just help us with our schedule and what we're doing. My dad's like, so we can't, what, you, you're like a
you think you're better than us.
you're I'm like, teamwork. Oh, I don't. He's like, but that's you're a dictator. We just supposed to do everything you. I'm like, yes, dude. And he's like, and he hit me with the same shit. But we helped raise you. I'm like, dude. Fuck it, 30 years ago, dog. Are you you haven't even what?
You're a dictator. You should have went like this.
I want to keep my heart to you, dude. Yeah. Take my heart. I love you so much.
Sacrifice it. It's just a weird thing. I get it too. I told my mom too. I was like, hey, listen. I had to break it down to my mom. I was like, hey, it's not that the fact that I don't want you guys to be concerned. You can be concerned, but I said, I am under a lot of stress right now. And if one little thing tips me over, I'm going to fucking lose it.
Yeah.
So I just need you to stop, right? I was like, you're fucking a gajillion miles away right now too. How are you stressing me out about like stupid shit? I'm just sending you cute photos of your grandson.
Do they reply to the pictures? What do they say?
My dad has found out gifts now. So he just sends gifts, like the most obscure gifts.
Yes.
Like,
No text reply, just pictures.
Yeah, it's like, so did you get it or do you like it or what's going on here? Like, what the fuck?
Are all old Asian parents? What is wrong? Why are you guys all like this? This is date back to Veda days. I would send the cutest pictures of Veda, of Q. They wouldn't say shit. The next text would be like, my mom sending me like a YouTube video about why, like, I don't know what vegetables I should be eating. Yeah. And I'm like, did you guys think the pictures were cute? Did you like the pictures? My dad's like, we love them. Okay?
Give me something, dude.
Like, I sent you the fucking cutest video right now. Yeah. Give me an emoji, something.
Dude, so we had this brand deal with this photo thing called Aura, which is really, really cool.
Aura's tight. Yeah.
Aura's really dope. So I gave one to my parents and I could send them photos and videos of the kid that they could see at Cycles, these digital albums. Mm-hmm. They fucking love it. So every day or every other day, I'll send a new photo. And so I had to nip this in the bud real fast where I'll send them a photo and the first thing they do, my mom calls me, she criticizes something. And that shit would enrage me, dude. Because I'm like, dude, this photo is so cute. And then I sent this photo and so, the baby was moving and he like nicked his face real quick. Then I don't even get a response. My dad sends me Amazon links to like baby mittens. You know what I mean? Like a subtle diss. Bro, I was so fucking mad. And I was like, why are you sending this? He's like, well, you got to make sure he doesn't scratch his face. I don't even know how he saw it. It was like this little dot right here. And he zoomed right into it. He screen capped it and sent it to me. I was like, no, I'm gonna sock you, fool.
He sends an Amazon link to a book that says How to Be a Better Parent. How to Not Be a Stupid Parent.
How not to be a gay. Sends it right over.
Is your food here yet? Because I'm hungry.
We're really close, like 2 minutes away. I'm fucking starving.
Okay.
I haven't eaten anything yet.
Okay. I had
besides liquor.
Yeah, I had Denny's breakfast actually. I'm so jealous that you get to yell at your parents in your Korean rage because I've butted heads with my parents before, but like everything is just very passive aggressive as far as confrontation goes, and even confronting them on stuff, it's difficult to get the point across. You Koreans, y'all can just yell at each other. I'm very jealous.
Hey, you know what's so trippy about that shit though? That's only my family. So like Korean, there's Asian culture, there's always a hierarchy about how you speak to parents, right? Yeah. And a lot of people ask in comments, like this is like the most consistent question I've asked in I've done multiple videos just because they don't want to look at the old video, so I just reiterate another one. Yeah. But they go, how did you get to have like a healthier relationship with your parents? It's like, I had to fight with them for years. I had to set these it took like fucking 10 years of it, right? A lot of my growing up to do, a lot of their growing up to do. But then like the thing is like when I learned how to speak the language, it was like, I didn't realize this until really, really recently where we had a Korean nanny. And then I've had like other relatives come through to help out. Most Korean parents, from what I've seen, and I've only heard about this about other Korean parents, is that they're passive aggressive. They'll say passive aggressive comments. My parents don't do that. They're very like, hey, you're retarded, you know? And so we could duke it out. And so when we had this Korean nanny, she was amazing, by the way, at her job. But as a mother, I could tell what a bitch, you know? Because it would be on some shit like this. But because she worked for us, I don't care what I say to her.
Right.
So it'll be some stuff like this where she's cooking for us. I'm like, she goes, I need these ingredients. I go and get it. So I get these ingredients and it's not from the place that she wants, right? And then, so she'll say some stuff where my mom doesn't do this, where she'll be like, did you get it from Costco though? And she goes, okay, I don't think it's that good though. And I remember I heard that. I was like, what is that? I was like, that's that passive aggressive shit that other people talk about that I never experienced. And so I remember she did it one more time. I was like, hey, and I was like, no, just very kindly though. I was like, but you're not eating the food I am. So, I also, there's only 2 people in this house. I don't need 8 gallons of olive oil. So, and she was like, and then, it's so funny, like, as we started to get to know each other a little bit, she goes, "Oh, you're very straightforward." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "That's how my mom is." So I was telling her in Korean, like, my mom is like that. We don't like doing things where we say things under our breath. So if we have problems, we just say it. All right. And I was like the olive oil thing. I told her straight. She was like kind of shocked.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. And after that, she stopped that shit immediately. Because I was like, remember, you're not my mom.
Yeah, bitch, I'm paying you.
I'm paying you a lot of fucking money. And I think like that set the boundaries. And Mariel was getting stressed out too because this lady was trying to Korean mom Mariel.
Ooh.
And so Mariel was stressed out and I took Mariel aside and I said, listen, I need you to understand something. You don't work for her.
Yeah.
She works for you. We're paying her a shit ton of money.
You're the boss.
You are the boss. And also, I was like, I know like confrontation is very hard for you, but you don't have to be mean about confrontation doesn't mean you're mean.
Right.
It's just like, hey, yo, don't do that, please.
Right.
Like, do it this way. And after she did that, Mariel was like bossing up real fast.
Yeah.
And she was respectful of it too.
Yeah.
You just have to do it.
Yeah, I mean, confrontation doesn't even necessarily mean, like, you don't have to.
You're not even angry.
You can be nice. Yeah, exactly. You can be like, hey, you know, it's just for next time, I would appreciate. I don't know how to say none of that shit in Thai.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think I would kind of, like, you know, that's kind of the struggle for me, dog, because I'm a good communicator, right? Me and Chia, when we have issues, yeah, after we get over whatever little like attitude or frustrations, once we actually sit down to communicate, we're solid. I think probably one of the biggest issues I've had with my mom is that like words like that I think are good at softening the conversation. I don't know how to say that shit in Thai. Like, hey, I appreciate this. I appreciate you. It would be nice if. I don't know how to do that shit in Thai.
You just go, fuck you, die, get away.
I just have to.
You know what has been helping me a lot though? ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
So when I'm in the car and I want to practice Korean, I could tell, hey, ChatGPT, can we only speak to each other in Korean?
Really?
And then if I like, there's like something I don't know, I go, ChatGPT, how do I say this in a nice way in Korean? And it fucking does it for me. And I'll say, if it's too fast, like, hey, can you slow that down by 2 times the speed? It'll slow it down. And I'll, hey, what does this word mean? And it'll like literally, so if you guys don't know, like, it's a long conversation, but you can do that with AI.
Interesting.
So if you want to practice your Thai in the car, it'll just talk to you like conversation.
Hey Siri, how do I say, Mom, get off my back in Thai?
Siri sucks. I was talking about ChatGPT. See that?
In Thai, Mom, get off my back is แม่ลงจากหลังฉัน
Oh, it's literal. It's literal.
Literal. So ChatGPT is not literal. It's like conversational.
Right.
And so they'll say it like textbook and you'll say, hey, I need that to be said in a more conversational way. And they'll fucking flip it up.
That's crazy, man. Because Google Translate's not great either.
No.
I used it one time to like try and say some shit to my mom in like the chat, and she got pissed. I was trying to say it so nice. My dad was like, hey, maybe the translation is a little funny there.
You told her to go fuck a chicken. And it's not very kind of you. The way you said it was super disrespectful.
Yeah, I tried to like confront her about groceries or some shit, and my mom's like, no, I will not do the Japanese game show with you. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Hey, Mom, I'm not sure which was your pussy. Yo, fucking, I had this moment too where I was like with the kid and I started reading up a lot about like postpartum psychosis, right?
Okay.
So that's where if you guys have seen these videos of these moms like screaming at their kid, like almost wanting to kill their kid, apparently it's very common. Didn't realize that shit and I've only seen it. Now, every time I saw it before I had a kid, I never judged it because I just never had a kid, so I don't know what that's like. And if it's so common where I've seen it multiple times with different mothers, apparently it's like mom and dad's experienced that, right?
Really?
And so, and like I read these comments where they're like, I would never do that. It's like, the one thing I really dislike, it's like, whenever I talked about kids, I always preface like, I don't have a kid, so I don't know, right? But some of these young folks, they're like, when I have a kid, you don't have a kid though.
Yeah.
So you don't know. You literally don't know what it's like. It's so hard to explain.
I know.
Right? You may have a lofty idea of what it's like to parent. So I always preface it, I don't have a kid, so I'm assuming, right? And it's always going to be assumptions. So when I see that video, I never had, postpartum psychosis, but I understand that stress level, right? You're not sleeping. You're your kid is crying, you don't know how to fix it, and you want to fix it for them so bad, then you feel like a bad parent. And then you're upset because your kid's, then you're upset that you're upset. And it compounds and it compounds. And then I started reading up about, like, because, the doctor said, don't shake the baby, don't shake the baby. I'm like, why are you reminding me of this? And what parents do is, like, in frustration.
So
like,
frustrated.
stop.
I know, right? Isn't that crazy?
And I had this moment where I didn't shake him because I was holding his neck and head, but I was like, dude, please just stop.
Yeah.
And then I started feeling fucking guilty. It's like, why are you angry at this kid? I'm like, I started feeling like a piece of shit. I was like, dude, I need to go some therapy. And then, talking to the therapist, it's like, okay, this is pretty common. Like, you're not a terrible person.
Right.
And they started sending me things to read. And like, you just need a moment where you need a break. That's when you have to call your wife and take the kid away from you so you could breathe. I was like, oh shit. I felt like a terrible human being. But when I saw that video, like, postpartum psychosis is nuts. Like, there's like instances where they almost like try to kill the baby. Where they like legit, like, I'll kill this baby, get it away from me.
God.
There's a
they're
famous
like,
story from a couple years ago where they really started to shine a light on psychosis because a poor woman was kind of brushed off with her experiences. I mean, they don't study women's bodies for science, but we understand postpartum depression to a degree, but psychosis is kind of like taboo. And a woman actually ended up, unfortunately, taking the lives of her kids because she was in a state of psychosis. You're not in this reality anymore. You're so detached. And then she took her own life.
Yeah.
And it
So
was
that's
this
like the
big
thing.
movement to get
Like,
people to talk about it.
it'll start with like self-harm too. Like, they'll like want to like hurt themselves and hurt the baby. Then they feel guilt and it compounds and compounds and compounds. Because I remember there was this moment where I was like so frustrated. I hadn't slept like in 2 days. And I was just like angry. And then I got so fucking, not at the baby, I got mad at myself for being mad. And I got angrier at that. Then I got pissed at my parents. Because I was like, you guys didn't teach me coping mechanisms. Like, fuck you guys, And so I was like really started feeling for these parents. Like, when I saw that postpartum psychosis is so fucking scary because the moment you snap out of your anger and you step back at yourself, you look at yourself like a fucking monster, right? And then even me being angry, I was like, dude, you're a monster, dude. Why the fuck were you so mad? And then I had to realize, like, Mary was like, hey, when you feel like this, you got to call me. And then even if I'm sleepy and tired, let me take the baby away.
Yeah.
And you just need to cool off. And so Mariel had her moment the other day and she was like bawling. And I'm like, let me take this kid away. Because it happened from like this small little argument that we had that was literally over nothing. And I was trying to explain to her, I was like, hey, listen, you're hormonal right now. Nothing is making sense. So right now we are literally arguing about nothing. You and I did nothing wrong. This is just what it is. And so, I think her hearing that made her cry a little bit. And then afterwards, she was like, what was that? Like, I don't even know who that person was. I was like, oh, that's what I've been reading about.
I mean, we've never, we had never been parents before.
There's
There's things you feel that you've never felt before, right? And like I had never heard Chia raise her voice, until we started having babies. You know what I'm saying? Because we were both we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like normally. And I remember, one time I think Chia just like she got a little frustrated, and Veda was so small still, and but it happened to be Veda's birthday, and like Chia like was frustrated, raised her voice or something, and like Veda was crying, and I'm like, and I was trying to tell her like, hey, like no, it's okay, like you're frustrated. It was whatever, but she was like, but it's her birthday, and she like you said, you feel so guilty. You know what I'm saying? Because like even though you're like at your edge. After it happens, you're like, oh, this little baby, they don't know what's going on. And immediately everything hits you and you're like, oh, I'm a monster.
Yeah, that feeling is a really hard feeling to like deal with, right? Because, there was like this artist that I follow, and he kind of puts like a lot of social issues, and he creates like vintage art with it. And there was this like image of this boss yelling at the man, and the next slide is the man yelling at the wife.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And I'm like, that's real right there. Dude.
Yeah.
Like, that shit is so fucking real. So it's like managing your emotions to know where you place it and where you don't, because I would hate for my kid to absorb all the bad habits that I had because I grew up in such a shitty situation, right? Because he's not going to grow up around like getting jacked at a fucking liquor store. He's not going to get his shoes stolen, getting beat up and jumped. That's not going to happen to you unless I do it.
Yeah.
So I got to make sure that what I think is normal is actually not normal, right? And I have to recognize that shit first.
Yeah, man, these babies, they don't know shit, man. You know what I'm saying? They're brand new in this world. We're gonna take a break and hug each other. We'll be right back. Yeah, man. How cool would it be if during that commercial break a BetterHelp ad played?
I know. But look, mommies and dads, man, I say, take care of yourself, man. It's a lot, dude. Like like I said, I've said it before, but it means more now that I say it now when I have a kid. So, but let's talk about this food because we're fucking
But fuck
starving.
that shit. I'm so hungry, dog.
Yeah, fuck parenting. Heavy-handed is his spot. And look at this branding. Absolutely amazing.
That's amazing. That's great.
Yeah, I don't know, but I was in the mood for In-N-Out, and this thing kind of had In-N-Out like S stuff, but it seems like more upgraded. Obviously, it's way more expensive. But look, this is some good branding.
Let's go. Speaking of good branding, I have really good brandy that Robyn Couch just tried, and she really liked it.
Well, Tim,
Really nice.
because you're not on keto, I got you the big combo
With
boy.
bread?
With bread.
Oh.
And I got you a nice Coke to go with it.
a Coke.
And your wife is an idiot because she likes Pepsi over Coke.
I'm also a Pepsi over Coke person. I always was.
For what purpose?
I don't know. I think maybe it was just a branding thing.
I definitely the branding thing that was a really good marketing thing where they would have the side-by-side thing.
Yeah, I don't know when that happened, but ever since I was a little kid, I've always been like, oh no, Pepsi, please.
I liked Pepsi because the marketing screwed me. And then when I just started drinking regular soda, I was like, oh, I like Coca-Cola because it actually tastes like brown sugar. Pepsi has a different taste.
I think as I got older, I kind of have, and I don't know if it's just the conversation or the discourse about it, but I do lean a little more towards Coke now.
Because you're a good person, dude. I like it. She is so funny though, because when we were messaging, I was like, on some serious stuff, I was like, what exactly do you like about Pepsi more? I'm curious, right? She goes, I don't know, it's just better. I was like, thank you for the food review. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shia. I don't know, it's just because. That's why she couldn't replace me on the food show.
But Mexican Coke in the bottle, though,
Different.
super different.
Look at that.
My guy, how much longer are you on keto for?
Let's see. So I think physically I feel really good. I'm actually kind of shocked. My one of the things I noticed was my knees don't hurt. I don't know if it's because of inflammation from all the other bullshit, but you're just eating a lot more whole foods. So you're just eating healthier in general. But dude, it looks good.
I'm even eating the cheese.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Listen,
yeah.
they didn't pay us for this shit. Heavy-handed, this is fucking good.
Heavy-handed popping. Let's go. Bomb. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Heavy-handed in the Burbank, Van Nuys area.
So good.
Great. Wow. Okay. Y'all just gonna have to deal with this munching for a few seconds because we're very hungry, all right?
Wow.
Popping. With some brandy?
Damn.
Hello.
This and For the Win is pretty up there.
I think heavy-handed just entered the conversation.
You're right. They seem pretty new.
Yes, sir.
Great job, guys.
Good shit.
Fucking great job.
Very good. Have you ever had the Father's Office burger in Culver City?
Yes. For you guys that don't know, before this crazy craze of the smash burgers, Father's Office really kind of put gourmet burgers on the map, and it was talked about all the time. I remember when I first had it, I was like, "Oh shit, this is crazy." I haven't had it in a while, but from what I remember, I bet you it's still banging.
It still hits, bro.
Okay.
The other day, I had a meeting in Culver City, so I had some time too. I was there early. I was like, I'm gonna pop in the Father's Office, get that fucking burger because I love it. And it's like a caramelized onion jam situation, and this what kind of cheese is it? It's like a blue cheese gorgonzola situation, and it's so fucking good. And I had a meeting with one of my homegirls who does the dance shit, and I was like, you gotta try this burger. And she took a bite. She's like, this fucks. This burger fucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too good. And also, if you ever go to the Father's office in Culver City, they have salt and vinegar tater tots.
Let's go.
Poppin', dog.
Let's fucking go.
So good.
If you're out in Hawaii, get yourself the salt and vinegar chicken wings.
Ooh.
From like Vaughn's.
Word?
Hella good, dude. One of my favorite things ever.
I love just getting that grocery store poke in Hawaii.
Dude, I'm obliterating this because I was so starving.
I was so hungry.
Oh my God. Oh yeah.
Speaking of Hawaii, I haven't even talked about this yet. I don't know if I've announced it yet, but No Chaser Live. We're doing 2 live shows in Honolulu, March 8th and 9th. If y'all want to pull up and watch us be silly on stage. So link in the description if you want to get tickets. Hawaii, what's good?
Tim is gonna put his butt in some cutouts.
Me, Rick, and Nikki Blade's butts in cutout holes. Y'all gotta decide who's who. Eat every ass, and then whoever votes right, you get to fuck Rick.
Wait, that's not Rick.
This ain't Rick.
That's Nikki Blades. Yuck.
Yeah. And then after the smoke clears off that tour, you and me definitely got to do a tour and like a show in Honolulu at the very least. At the Hawaii Theater. I think it'll go off, dog.
Let me tell you something. There's like a very handful of people that I really enjoy traveling with. Me and Tim have had such good memories.
Man, we haven't traveled in so long. I mean, of course, yeah, I had a baby. You had a baby. I don't know if we told you this, but we were going to go on tour. And then we canceled it because this motherfucker just had to have children.
Shout out to my little boy. I love you very much. I think about you a lot. Every day, even when I'm out. Like this morning, I had, because we just hired a new nanny.
Really?
Amazing.
Okay.
Can I tell you something, guys? Mexican nannies are the shit. They're just, Mexican nannies, cleaning help, they're so fucking good at what they do. It's unreal. Like, we had a specific budget for a nanny.
Okay.
Mario liked her so much, she just gave her a little more money.
Really?
Because, like, I don't know what it is about
She's
the culture.
older?
Older, for sure. I don't know what it is about the culture or whatever, but when they do a good work, it's like next tier level shit. Like, I wish I was richer so I could pay her more.
Aw.
You know?
That's nice.
Like, Mexican people, hey,
Mexican people.
cross that border illegally as fast as possible.
Please protect yourself. Be careful out here in these streets, man.
Oh, wow. I obliterated this burger so fast.
Dang, you had it protein style too?
And the difference that they do here compared to other ones, they use the sweet pickles.
Yeah, the pickles are fucking fabuloso, my guy.
Good.
You know, my skin's been beautiful lately, pero I'm gonna eat this cheese because I'm so hungry, dog. And
Do it, man.
I know. Life, bro. Life. I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Yes. I'm here for both. Oh, that was amazing. And gonna top it off with a fantastic brandy.
Man, the brandy with the burger is like so poppin', dog.
Hey, guys, this year, I don't know if somebody could do this for us, but I want us to come out with a hot sauce so bad.
No, they're gonna be mad at me because my mom's sauce never came out.
Who cares? It's never coming out.
I know, you're right.
So it's gonna be us. I want to do a spicy one, and then a mild one for the everyday.
Okay.
I want us to do it, and then we could put it on all of our food. Because how good would this been if we had our own hot sauce with this?
With some green sauce would have been crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
You ever had that green Tabasco that they have at Chipotle?
Costco has this thing where they have 4 different Tabascos. Cop that shit. That green one at Chipotle with the burrito, fire.
I used to steal them.
Dude, all right.
I would literally, I would go to Chipotle, dog, because Chipotle used to be like my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when I had.
Oh, dude. Chipotle and a Jamba Juice right next to each other.
Oh, dog. It was like, that was like, oh, I'm feasting right now after my little fucking Foot Locker shift. And go to Chipotle. And that little green Tabasco, I would always just tuck it in my pocket, dog.
Dude, you know what's so funny is like the amount of food that we could eat when we were younger was actually pretty ungodly. Like after you guys stop growing, your amount of food intake slows down a lot because you don't need it that much. So that's why I think like after you stop doing sports and shit, when you get older, you just get hella fat.
Nobody tells you that.
Exactly. Nobody fucking warns us about that part.
Look, I've said this before. Me and Rick used to eat the same amount of food. All of a sudden, you hit 25, metabolism slows down, and I'm like in the mirror like, huh. jiggling my titties like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yo, what's going on?
Like even like when I eat now, because since when I found out that Mariel was pregnant, I probably lost about 26 pounds, right? But then I just kind of look back in retrospect. I'm like, dude, it doesn't take a lot of food to make me full. Right? I'm like, why am I full off of a sausage and some peppers and like some kimchi? Like, why am I full? But I'm like, oh, I don't need all that food.
Yeah, you know, like they say, you're eating with your eyes, dog.
Yeah.
Same shit. When you actually take a break, like when you stop in the middle of your meal and you're like, am I full right now? Could I stop?
I can stop.
Most of the time you can stop.
Yeah.
And that's what helped me, you know? I think when I first got money, I gained the most weight I'd ever gained.
All of us did.
Because you're ordering everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything you couldn't order before. And it wasn't until I got a little more money where I kind of started losing weight because I realized I don't need to have broke boy mentality anymore because I felt like I need to eat everything or else to waste.
Yes.
When I finally got to the point where I felt a little comfortable throwing it away.
Yeah.
Or
Leftovers.
Leftovers,
Even
right?
the next day.
Even the next day. And I love leftovers, but man, you know, I wanted to eat so much all the time. And then when I finally be like, this fucking chicken been in the fridge for a week and a half. I don't need to finish it, you know? I was like, it's a $5 rotisserie chicken.
Exactly.
I can throw this away. Then I was like, okay.
It's also spoiled. You don't need it. It's spoiled, dude.
I know.
Let it go, man. It's just like broke boy, man, which is a good thing, you know? Like, we're not wasteful people. But if it's at the detriment of your health, like maybe we should order with a bigger group of people. Or maybe we could come back the next day, eat it another time.
Yeah.
You know, we don't think about that. We go, oh, today's the day. Like, we got to order everything.
Or you think like, it's not going to be as good as when I first got ordered.
Exactly, dude. I get it now. I get it. Well, guys.
Thank you all for watching another episode of Dudes Behind the Foods at the Robyn Couch Studio.
Robyn Couch Studio, dude. Not even Studio 71. It's the Robyn Couch Studio.
That's motherfucking right. Let us know what studio you like better, but it won't matter because we're probably going to, you know, here's the thing, guys. That studio is good for when we need to go in there and Robyn Couch, and this one's booked up. So it's just, you know, sometimes we'll be there, sometimes we'll be here. All right?
Yeah, whatever, guys.
Whatever. Fuck you. Bye.
Yo, it's the dudes behind the food.